What's going down? TK Pryor coming at you, Mr. Finance on Instagram. You can go ahead and follow me on all social media, but I am here with a pure heart and honestly trying to help people to unlock the keys. I got the keys. I got the keys to success. The problem is that people argue whether or not those keys are actually going to open the door. And I think that's the primary problem with most people within the matrix, is that you've been programmed with self-doubt and sometimes self-hate. So you don't believe that it's possible, and you don't even open your mind to the concept of abundance. So that's what is self-defeating. You shoot yourself in the foot and then complain about the blood and why you can't walk. So most people I cannot help because of that embedded failure or check system. But for the few people that I've told about the keys to financial freedom, no one has actually paid $1,110 for the program. The person who told me about the program hasn't even paid for it. But ask yourself a question. If you have $1,110, is it worth the risk to unlock the keys to your financial freedom? Well, if you took the time to study fractional reserve banking and you understood how quantum easing prints money out of thin air through a multiplier effect, and then you were invited to the table of a monetization application through an overseas bank that was part of AIIB, then, and only then, would you understand what I'm talking about. But because most people don't take the time to read, they don't study the banking process, and they don't care to understand how money is created into society, then whatever I say right now is speaking Spanish to someone who speaks English. So I can't help most of you. The 10 people that I sent the program to can't be helped because they didn't believe it, or they didn't fully study it, and most importantly, they didn't commit the money it takes to join. So anyway, some people say, and I was told this before, that if you give an idiot $1 million, he'll just be broke in a year. You know, the statistics that go along with the lottery is that the average lottery winner, because of their zero financial literacy, end up broke within 5 years. So because the matrix doesn't teach you fractional reserve banking, it doesn't teach you budgeting, it doesn't teach you investing, it doesn't teach you how to make money work for you instead of you working for money, then you don't apply those practical applications when you get a lump sum of money. You just go out and become a consumer, and you blow it on items that are liabilities, meaning whatever you spend your money on, it doesn't work for you, it works against you. You know, it turns into a depreciating asset, or I should say it turns into a depreciating liability because it takes money out of your house and doesn't add money back into your house. So these aren't foreign concepts. These are actually simple concepts that people overlook. And like I said, your ignorance hurts you. You know, ignorance is free, but it definitely hurts you because the information that you don't know about is used against you by people who do study, who do read, and understand these banking concepts. So what I try to do is read and study more than most, and then invite people to the table. Because when I entered the entrepreneur space, and specifically the online business space, I wanted to do something positive that enhanced the lives of other people. You know, I wanted to give back, whereas whatever I'm offering is something with value. So if I give you value, if I give you platinum or gold or silver or Bitcoin, and then you look at it as if it's, you know, worthless, and you don't see any value in what I gave you, then there's nothing I can do to help you. And that's the situation that unfortunately too many people are in, because I'm not in the elitist mentality. You know, the 1%ers of the world, they feel like certain people don't deserve access to finance, and they do insurance measures to keep their foot on your neck and make sure that you stay a maid, or you stay a janitor, or you stay underneath their feet. And I don't believe in that. I believe every human being has the opportunity to learn, has the ability to make a different decision. And if I give you the keys and you personally make the decision to walk away or consider it valueless, then I won't be held responsible for your personal decision. I did give you the opportunity. I did tell you what I'm personally working on in my own life. I shared that information with the entire Facebook and YouTube audience, the 2 people that watch my video on YouTube, and the maybe 10 views that I get on Facebook. So within that limited audience, I did tell you guys what I'm working on. I did share an opportunity for you to change your life financially. I told you about gold. I told you about silver. I told you about Bitcoin. I told you about the opportunity to create your own quantum easing on a personal level through an international multiplier. So I introduced you to banking terminology and concepts that could benefit you financially if you participated in it. Okay? But you choosing to ignore me, what this dude talking about? He don't know what the hell he's saying, blah, 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 blah. You know, and I'm a behind the scenes type person. So I don't seek any recognition or popularity or fame. I just truly want to help people with information that maybe you've never been exposed to. Maybe you haven't taken the time to learn about overseas multipliers. Maybe you're not familiar with an international bill of exchange. Maybe you don't know how money is created through fractional reserve banking. So I'm sharing things that I've taken an interest in, and I'm just talking about openly the things that I'm doing for myself. And I'm saying, if you would like to join me in this process, I'm opening the door. I'm giving you the keys to the castle. But you have to take personal responsibility and make an individual choice. So that's the primary difference. They say you can lead a horse to the water, but what you do when you get to the shorefront is totally up to you. You know what I'm saying? You could be like, I'm not thirsty, the water's too cold. You know, you can come up with any excuse that you feel like necessary. And like I say in the beginning of the video, it's probably due with your self-doubt, self-hatred. Because your mind is a powerful tool. Your mind has the ability and the physical process that you're not taught, and that you're counter-taught through lies and disinformation from school and from religion. But the physical process of manifestation is you believing and then putting forth action. Because whatever you focus your attention on and you put energy into becomes reality. So you can physically see something in your mind and then create that in this 3-dimensional hologram that we live in. And the energy that you put forth and the visualization that you see in terms of what you want to create, and then the belief that you put into it being a reality is what makes it reality. Because everything in this world is about energy, frequency. So you have the power. And if you throw in implementation tools like gold, silver, Bitcoin, and the international multiplier system that I'm introducing you to, then you put all of those keys together on one ring, and it leads to financial freedom. It leads to you doing more financially better than the people around you that are just using paper, fiat money. So all I'm going to say is I'm opening the door. I'm truly trying to help you to expand. And if you're interested in changing your life, just reach out to me. It's too easy to give you access to these companies, give you access to these programs, and introduce you to these systems. Now, again, once I give it to you, if you come back with 2,000 excuses, don't contact me. I don't want to hear that. I'm just leading you to the water. And I'm showing you what I've done for myself.